Folks, welcome back. Today, this entire video is going to be based around a single card. Yep, that little fella right there. That little guy in the corner. That little, don't you tell anybody about that little guy in the corner. So this, my folks, this is Metalworker from Urza's Destiny. 1998, 99? What's the date on this thing? 99. So, for those of you who haven't been as old fart like me, this was a very iconic card of Urza's Destiny. This was many people's favorite card back in the day. It is reserved list. The card bounced around between $10 and $20 for a long period of time. A couple years back, it bounced about $30 to $50. And obviously, as the modern era of reserve list craziness marches forward, this sucker is probably, I'd say, averaging around $100 a card now. By the time you watch this video, I don't know. This is the end of August in 2021. I'll try to get the video out. Probably won't come out till September. I just want to give you all my opinion on this card. And the reason we're talking about this card today is because of this. So we had, I don't know, evil investor person. I guess this individual claims he's been buying Metalworkers for a very long time, and since he's 2, 3, 4x his money at this point, he decided to, he wanted to let them all go. Obviously, if you're not familiar with the way like even a buy list works, keep in mind, a large company, they have restrictions on the buy list. You can't just sell 1,000 Metalworkers, whoa, to even if a buy list says we'll give you, I don't even know, $70 a card. A buy list is not going to say, sure, we'll take 269 copies. It doesn't work that way. Usually the way a buy list works, and this is something we've discussed in this channel over the years, is that when you have a large quantity or you try to do a buyout or you manipulate the market or evil this and that, if you try to unload the card, and if you're not actually wanting to hold the card, you're not like crazy like me, and you actually want to hold the card, then it doesn't matter. But if you want to flip it back to the market to realize gains or lock in profits, things get really complicated really quick. Because most stores are designed where if you buy list 4 to 8 copies, the following 4 to 8 copies, the system has either an algorithm or you have to contact the store. And usually after you sell 4 to 8 copies, the store will leave it on the buy list, but they'll drop the price between 10 and 20%. So maybe you buy list 8 copies of Metalworker for $80 a card, and the next 8 copies, instead of being, it drops to $65 a card. Then after that, the next 4 to 8 copies may drop to $55 a card. This is something I've seen. Some people have tested it over the years. Now, of course, as that store starts to sell their copies and their inventory drops back down, they usually will start raising their buy list. Some stores have algorithms in place. Some stores manually check them. So I wanted to first lay that out there to explain how the modern era of buy lists actually work. So in today's video, I wanted this guy apparently bought a bunch of Metalworkers, made some good money. As you can see, a lot of these are not minty condition. Most of them are going to have a little bit of play or chips. This one's not bad, but it's got a weird scratch or something. Maybe that's a printer issue. But we're not really going to focus on the condition of the cards today. We're mostly going to talk about, I love this card. I always have. This is like Yavimavi's Rudy's Hollow. Certain cards are just, Urza's just historical. They are very special to me. So anytime something like this comes along, I get very excited to own a huge brick or a piece of this history like this. And I know the comments, here we go. Rudy pumping and not dumping. Here we go. Rudy gonna throw them in the safe. Stop. Okay, folks, stop selling Rudy cards because they go into this basement vault and it messes with everybody. Come on, I don't know why, but I can picture someone with like an old cane or a stick or like a walker, like shaking it in the air, like yelling to people on like Reddit, stop selling cards to Rudy. Okay, but back to the video. Sorry, I really do enjoy this. I really should take it more seriously. But how can you take it seriously when this guy's shooting a laser penis at other guys? Come on, how can you not have fun? Okay, but anyway, my personal opinion on the next question that people are going to ask is, Rudy, what do you think of Destiny cards? Let's start with Metalworker. What do you think of the card moving forward? How do you think the market, even if I went on eBay and bought 1 copy or a playset today, I don't know, a playset of played or near mint for $400 or $500 for 4 or 5. All right. In my opinion, and I know this is not going to be what a lot of people want to hear, I still believe that these are cheap and they're undervalued. If I didn't believe that, I wouldn't be buying them. Again, I filmed these for number 1, record keeping, 2, historical purposes, and of course 3, to produce the video. I'm not going to say it, but some of you smart accountants are going to know. To produce this video, I had to acquire these cards as an expense to produce this video. Right? So anyways, for inventory and legal reasons, we like to film and discuss this. But I just want to be on record moving forward. These cards, original Magic cards, are historical items. The game isn't going anywhere. And oh my God, the number of people that still ask, Rudy, when's the reserve list gonna be gone? I just can't even, I'm so over that conversation. I've made probably 50 videos out of like the 2,600 videos on this channel talking about reserve lists and that. It's such a beaten topic, man. It's just boring to me. So anyways, back to the price of the card. I know people aren't going to want to hear this. I believe Metalworker is a $500 card. I've said that in the past, and I'm going to continue to say that. I believe cards from Urza's Legacy and Destiny, remember those do have foils. Now, foil versions of Urza's cards are just stupid. They're absolutely stupid. They're impossible to find because back in the day, Wizards didn't have easy mode engaged. So back in the day, you had one foil rare in a box, and what was it, 100 cards? How many cards are in Urza's? 120? 140. 143. So let's say a third of that's rare. So about 30, 40 rares in the set. You need to open around 40 boxes to theoretically, in an even distribution model, to even get one of every rare. With an Urza's box between, $3,000 and $4,000 a box or something, do the math. On top of that, there are not thousands of Urza's boxes even sealed left in existence. The sealed quantity of Urza's boxes just no longer exists. I've been saying it for years, and that might be the t-shirt line. I'm telling y'all, 2021, the market got it wrong. We may be leaning towards it. The market's wrong. The market is pricing these things as if there's millions of these things sitting in people's houses and basements and inappropriate dungeons and all this stuff, and it's just not true. And I've been saying it when Metalworker was a $10, $20, $30 card, that Metalworker, even at $100, is one of those cards that, yes, I do believe it will find its way to the $200, $300 and eventually hit towards that $500 range. Do I think I know people are going to say, Rudy, you think you can get $1,000 a card? Here's my problem about market cap and high pricing. For Metalworker to hit $1,000 a card, you have to think about what that means to the ocean and sea level of everything. Okay, let me put it in perspective. Let's pretend for a moment now, Metalworker is a $1,000 Urza's Destiny card. Just a regular, non-foil. Okay? That means Metalworker is more expensive than 2 or 3 dual. You could buy a playset of 4 plateaus and, maybe 3 bayous. So you're telling me one Metalworker is equivalent to 3 or 4 dual lands, or maybe 2 dual lands with blue, 2 Trops, or 2 Volcanics, or 2 Undergrounds. Do you see what I'm saying? On top of that, if Metalworker's $1,000, you can't have cards like Library of Alexandria for like $1,800. You can't have cards like Unlimited Mox, like an Unlimited Moxen, even if it's a Pearl. You can't have an Unlimited Mox for $3,000 if this is $1,000. Do you understand what I'm getting at? The ratios and the way a lot of larger whales and evil investors are going to look at a market cap. And this is something that for those of you from like the Wall Street world, the crypto world, stocks and equities, when you look at market cap is something that I should do more videos on market cap maybe. I think it's an interesting topic. If you guys want to hear that, maybe I should. Give me some comments below. Because I know we're later in the video. No one's watching anyways. Let me know if you want that. Because I believe you can't have $1,000 Metalworker with $2,000 libraries and $3,000 Mox. You can't have Moxens at $3,000. You can't have an Ancestral Recall at $4,000, which is equivalent to a playset of. You can't have 4 Metalworkers the same price as Ancestral Recall. That is why this is not a $1,000 card. Okay? That's my rationale. Now, can this card go to $400 to $500? I agree. That's like saying, okay, can 10 Metalworkers be equal to a $2,000, library, a Loa? Now, that's more realistic. That I actually believe, my brain says, that's realistic. That's how I look at the market. And that's why I've been telling you all, as we march forward, we're about to have quad masters, double masters two Rudies, 2, you get whatever. We're going to leave that appropriate. If you have if VIP $100 packs come back, and those packs become $150 this time around, that means a case of 16 VIP 2 packs is going to be how much, folks? Instead of $1,600, you're essentially looking at $2,400 for one case of Double Masters 2 VIP packs. I'm sure they'll name it something different. Think about that. 16 VIP Pack 2s for $2,400. And I'm sitting here thinking, wait. You all think a $100 Metalworker that's from 1990, what? 1999, did we say? Was it 98 or 99? 99. You're telling me a card from 22 years ago at $100 is overpriced when one case of 16 VIP 2-packs is going to be $2,400. So you're saying 24 Metalworkers or one case of VIP 2. That's what I'm getting at. If a collector box averages between $2 and $250, you're trying to tell me if this is $50, this is why I knew when these things were $30, $40, $50, I was like, that's like owning 6 to 8 of them for the price of a collector's box of, I don't know, Theros or Core or Ikoria. The numbers have to make sense as the whole in the entire hobby space. When the numbers don't make sense, something is out of balance. The calibration to me feels off. Either these are underpriced or the new product's overpriced. Well, the market is accepting the new product at the higher prices, and there's no signs of any issues of me selling new product to patrons or local people or basement dwellers or in space and, Bezos' penis rocket. It doesn't matter. The new stuff is selling. Whether you like the price or not, the market is accepting it. Therefore, that solidifies to me that Wizards' higher prices, they're fine. You may not like it, I may not like it, but they are being accepted. That's the data. So if they are accepted, by default, the other side of the equation, which is these vintage cards, are underpriced. I will continue to buy them because the market's dumb and the market's inefficient and the market is wrong. And until the market recalibrates, for example, let me lay it out there. Anybody notice Rudy hasn't been buying Arabian Nights Bazaar of Baghdad lately? When's the last time you saw a video of me buying $4,000 Bazaar of Baghdad's? Huh? Anybody? Well, that's true. It's a good point, Rudy. I didn't think about that. I didn't really pay attention to that. Kind of weird, isn't it? Because I'm not willing to pay $4, $5, or $10, $15,000 for a PSA 10 Bazaar. I already own a bunch, and it's to the point where it's not attractive anymore. Do I think they're worth that price? I do. But it's no longer what I feel severely underpriced. I feel Bazaar is finally being correctly priced when it's garbage condition for $3,000, where nice ones are $4 or $5,000 and really high-end ones are $10,000 plus. I didn't really always feel that. I always thought that they should have been, whatever. You guys know the history. But once the market corrects itself, I tend to back away and look for other opportunities. Whether that's a From the Vault thing, Urza's cards, Stronghold, Revised Dual Lands. As long as a subcategory is inefficiently priced, Creepy Rudy is going to creep out in the corner, and I'm going to be paying attention. I don't care if it's old Magic. I don't care if it's Pokemon sealed boxes. I don't care if it's... Hold on. I didn't mention Flesh and Blood Cold Foil, so nobody thumb down. Here's Cold Foil, Flesh and Blood. Okay. I forgot it. I mean, people aren't going to thumbs down the video. But, oh, crap. I did it so late in the video, no one's even going to be paying attention. If it's another product, sealed Weiss boxes. I still collect sealed Force of Will boxes. People think I'm stupid. Sure, make fun of me. But until I feel on my own instinct and my own opinion, I don't care what anyone else thinks, and you all watching and listening, you shouldn't care what other people think. And I know we as humans like to go on message boards. We like to talk to friends and family, and we like to bounce ideas, and we look for feedback. Hopefully that feedback solidifies our theories when we're buying or selling or parking money in things. We as humans and social creatures, that's what we do. That's what humans have always done, which is, that's one of the reasons why the whole social distancing and, all these political things in the real world are causing a lot of problems, because, human beings are wired as social creatures. It makes it very challenging because we are wired a certain way to be around other humans, not keep distance from it. It's very, it's against how we are all thought life should be. But until things change, I'm always going to look for that path of least resistance and the opportunity for things I feel are underpriced. And I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why Metalworker cards are the price they are today. I don't know why other cards are the way they are. I don't know why, look how cheap Modern was for a while. Modern finally realized, oh crap, way underpriced, and the market self-calibrated. Look how cheap those Silver Age boxes from 2000 to 2010. Was it like an 11-year-ish period? From and it ended at RTR Gatecrash Dragon's Maze before then. What was right before that? Was it Scars? Besiege New Phyrexia? I think that was it, right? Or was it Dark Ascension, Avacyn, Innistrad? One of those blocks. Look how long it took for those boxes. I mean, I was buying Dark Ascension booster boxes for like $80, $90, and $100, $110 a box for like the last 6 years. And they never did anything. I remember buying Avacyn Restored boxes for 120, 140, 150, just over and over and over because they never went up. And I didn't understand why. But the same reason I bought Weatherlight boxes for $300 to $500 a box for the last 11 years is the same reason that I feel Metalworkers is a great example. Not just limited to this card. I just thought it was a great theory to discuss this topic today. You have to remember that, folks. The market gets things wrong. Okay? The theory of the efficient market. You can Google that. Efficient market theory is the theory that everything pro and con has already been priced into any asset's current market price or fair market value, FMV. And I don't believe in that. I never have believed in that. And I believe that the market thinks, because what I've learned over the last 10, 20 years being in cardboard and the last 6 years being on YouTube is I'm really surprised how many times over the years the market as a whole has mispriced things. And that could be an example of me just visualizing things a certain way, or maybe being ahead of my time, or maybe just looking at things at an inappropriate way. You know, cards are game pieces, they should all be worth less than a quarter. You know, I don't know. But in my perspective, I continue to believe no matter how you all feel about everything, no matter how I feel about it, the market is going to march forward. The economy in the world is going to push forward. Everybody is going to push forward. It may be bumpy. There will be pockets in certain industries that get clobbered and never ever recover. But for the most part, human beings are like water. You flow down a hill, the water will always take the path of least resistance, and it will hit rocks and bumps, and guess what? It goes around, it takes a beating, and it reforms, and it keeps going. And the path of least resistance for the stock market is up. For collectibles is up. Anything that has a finite supply, whether you're in the crypto world, there's a certain market cap on the quantity of coins, or you're in collectibles where there's a certain cap on the quantity of a certain rare card printed. They are going to go the path of least resistance. And yes, that path, historically, is up. Now you sprinkle on inflation, and you better put your seatbelt on, folks, because we ain't seen nothing yet. Hope you learned something today. Giggity!